The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
The Chiefs at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
On the out route, he finds Hardman.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely
looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 33. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Titans.
He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Titans are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken at about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they're going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal.
Haskins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On second and goal, Brady, the left side caught by Diggs. And it's a Titans touchdown. Stephon Diggs. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air.
And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
On play action, now Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Hey, 66.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Powers through it, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Sugar!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Alabama.
On the counter, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Brady. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Here's Hardman to return.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st down, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen.
The ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Wait, that. Ozzie!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Henry again on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, set.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hardman on the return.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just